How to make AI voices for videos. Create human-like voice in under 15 minutes. AI voices are now common for YouTube videos, tutorials and explainers, shorts and reels, and faceless content. ElevenLabs is popular because it focuses on human tone, emotion, and clarity. With ElevenLabs, AI voices sound more natural, expressive, and realistic when set up correctly. In order to make AI voices for videos, first of all, we are going to use ElevenLabs. So you're going to go to ElevenLabs.com on your web browser, sign up using either Google or email, and once you're logged in, you're going to land here on the dashboard. The free plan is enough to create and test voiceovers, so you will be able to play the different kind of voices available and see the tools and how they function. But what you won't be able to do is generate the final audio. So for that, I will be using an upgraded version to show you the final results. With ElevenLabs, no installation or advanced setup is needed. Therefore, it is very easy and very beginner friendly. So moving over to the left, you see that there are a lot of options over here, but the ones that we will be using mostly or are mostly used are this text-to-speech section over here. You also have voice changer, sound effects, voice isolator, image and video, and you also have some templates. But what we are going to be using is the text-to-speech, and we are going to use voices over here. So we're going to go to voices, and that is where you have a whole library of the different kinds of voices available. You have the explore section, so you have all kinds of voices over here that you can browse from, and then you have my voices over here where you have all the voices that you have selected to use. You can, in the free version, select up to 30, and then you can start working on those. Now you're going to have this symbol over here, which means that you can use this voice for any of your projects. And then you also have default voices and you have collections as well. But basically, we're going to be using my voices, and how you can get those voices are you go to the explore section, and from there, if you like a voice, so for example, if I like any voice from down here, I can go here and you're going to click on this plus icon, and then you're going to add it to your voices. And once it's added to your voices, you go here and then you can use it in your projects. So from here, you can use it in your projects by clicking this part over here. So now that you know the basics, let's go ahead and decide what kind of voice we need, what kind of a voiceover it should be, and for what kind of video I need it for. Now, what do we need to search? And then let's go ahead and start. So now that you know the basics of creating a voice, we're going to decide what kind of a voice we need, if we need it for a voiceover, if we need it for a video, and what kind of style we need, and then we'll get on with it. All right, so let's consider the scenario that I have a video of a tutorial, and for that tutorial, I need a voiceover, and I want it to be in a female voice, and it needs to be a voice which is a friendly, conversational, and clear, very human-like, and it should sound very human-like, not robotic at all, and I want it to go well with the voiceover. So let's test one or two voices, and in order to test the voices or shortlist the voices, I'm going to type in some kind of identifier. So I'm going to write in female, because there are female and male voices as well, so I'm going to write female. And then we have conversational. And then we also have accents and languages. So for that, I'm going to type in English. And then let's also write in human. And then let's see what options we get. And then there we go. We have found one voice, which is like that. So we're just going to click on that one. It says warm, human-like, friendly, conversational, empathetic, and encouraging. So let's go ahead with that one. So you want to double click on that one. And so this is the one that we have selected, and we are going to go over here and we're going to click on this symbol. Like I told you before, it says use voice, and this is the voice that we are going to use. Now here we have been taken to the text to speech section, which I told you about before. So we were at voices before, and now we are here at text to speech. Now this is some text which I used before. I'm going to erase that and I'm going to put in a different text. So what's basically going to happen here is that whatever video that I already have, which I'm creating this voiceover for, I'm going to type in whatever I want the audio to have in it. So what I want the voice or the voiceover to say, I'm going to include that over here in text form. Now the limit for this is 5,000 characters. So you're going to either paste it in or type it in whatever you want the text to be, whatever content you want for that. And then on the side over here, you have settings and you have history. You can access the history as well. So with settings, what you're going to do is down here is the voice, which has been selected. You can go ahead and change that whenever you want. So there's no restriction like that. And when you go down, you can see whatever model is being used. And then lower, you have the speed, which can be changed. You have the stability, you have similarity, you have style exaggeration, and you have language override. You also have speaker boost turned on, and then you can reset these values as well. This is the setting which I used for the previous video which I created. So I'm just going to click on reset values, and then we're going to click on generate speech. So let me just add in the text that I want. All right, so let's remove this previous text and paste in a new one. And then you are just going to click on generate speech. And let's just hear the audio.
This video walks you through the entire process in a clear, straightforward, step-by-step way, so nothing feels confusing or overwhelming. Even if you're a complete beginner and have never used a tool like ElevenLabs before, you'll be able to follow along easily from start to finish. I'll show you exactly how.
Now, this audio, the voice seems a little bit really plain and straightforward, a little monotonous. So what I want to change about this is just the speed a little bit. So I'm going to increase the speed slightly. And then the stability is fine. Let me just reduce a little bit of the similarity, and then let's see. And then if it doesn't work, I'm going to add a little bit of style exaggeration, but let's see how it is for now. So click on regenerate speech.
Video walks you through the entire process in a clear, straightforward, step-by-step way, so nothing feels confusing or overwhelming.
All right, so I'm going to speed it up a little bit more and add some style exaggeration, and then regenerate the speech, because I think it should sound a little bit more friendly and lively. I think it should be a little bit more lively and a little bit more conversational. So let's play it again.
This video walks you through the entire process in a clear, straightforward, step-by-step way, so nothing feels confusing or overwhelming. Even if you're a complete beginner and have never used a tool like ElevenLabs.
That sounds a lot better. So basically what the aim should be while creating these voices is that you want to match your video, or you want to match the voice to your content. So what you're going to do is you're going to keep, for example, if it's for tutorials, you want to keep a calm voice. If you want, if they're short videos, then the voice has to be energetic. If it's going to explain something, or if it's a longer video, then you need kind of a neutral kind of tone and voice. So you're gonna select the voice according to that. So selecting the correct voice, first of all, is the major work. You need to be able to select the correct voice according to your content. If you do that incorrectly, no matter what settings you choose or however much you work on the settings later, it is not going to end up the way that you want. So selecting the voice is very, very important. The second thing, which is really important, is that you need to put in the text which really matches the video. So in general, AI voices sound more natural when the script is written like a normal speech. So you want to write the text or the speech in a normal style and more conversational. You also want to add any commas or pauses. So wherever you have these commas, that indicates pause, and you want to put in that kind of punctuation to make sure that when it's converted to speech, it would come out correctly. You make sure you have the full stops where needed, and you have the commas where needed. The commas are going to give a short pause. The full stops are going to give a longer pause. Sentences need to be divided clearly so that the AI knows how to separate one sentence from another with the tone of the voice. Avoid any kind of robotic writing, and use shorter sentences. That would make it more easier to get a good audio, and also write how you would just generally talk. So that's going to help you get the kind of audio that you need. So here for us, it was pretty easy to generate the kind of voice that we needed. We put in our text. First of all, we selected a perfect voice. So here for us, we were able to generate a voice that we wanted. It was very easy, very simple and straightforward. We selected a voice of our choice, of our requirement. It was very conversational and friendly and a warm voice, and it was very conversational. And then we put in our text and we generated the speech. Then we kind of adjusted the settings to make it sound more human like for our voiceover. And then now that we are happy with it, we are going to go to the bottom right corner here and we're going to click on download. And there you go. Your file has been downloaded. Click on save. And now the audio is saved and you can use it for any kind of editing or voiceover as you like. So with ElevenLabs, you can create human-like AI voices for videos in under 10 minutes when your script and setting are done right.